Hey everybody! Welcome to the Superior Adventurers Guild. My name is Dave, your humble dungeon master, and I am so excited to be back in Greyhawk. We are kicking off a brand new adventure that we're going to tell you all about, and we're going to dive into a little bit of our characters and a little bit about our motivations, and we're going to get into some session zero shenanigans as we do. But before all of that happens, I want to open up the table here and introduce you to the friends that I play games with all the time. Hello, friends. There they are. You can
Hey,
see 'em.
No.
it's us.
We're all here. Hey, guys. It's Tuesday night.
It is.
It's 7:30.
That it is.
All right.
It's an odd time for us to be playing Greyhawk, but nevertheless, we are here. And we're gonna play some D&D and talk about D&D and get into some fun stuff about our characters. So before we do all that, I would like to have each of you introduce yourself and I don't know. Tell me your favorite fact about Greyhawk. Let's start with the newest addition to the Greyhawk team, the man who drinks all the Greyhawk gravy when you're not watching, the maestro of Canadian mounted beavers and Molson ice.
Just every
everything I can think of,
possible-
and lumberjack shirts. Our friend Christian Bleak Season. Hello, Bleak Season.
Is there anything left for me to say after that intro? I mean,
maple syrup.
It was thorough.
pretty much. You're very thorough. He's very thorough. Thank you very much, the maestro of Maleficence, Dave. Yeah, Christian, Blake Season, all that. I don't know. My favorite, what was it you want to know? My favorite, my favorite thing about Greyhawk, I think, is that the world is called Earth.
Hell
but
yeah.
with an O.
Yeah.
And it reminds me of, was it the Black Sun series, one of the first big fantasy series, but the world was called Earth also. So I always think of that. I'll have to look it up, but that's my favorite tidbit.
I have a feeling as we continue on and delve deeper into some of the lore of this world that you're going to have a lot of favorites, because I feel like this the grittiness of Greyhawk is kind of up your alley, given
Up
some of
my
the games
alley.
that
Well,
we played before.
I was telling Dave that I've never, even though I've been playing D&D since I was 17 or so like 100 years ago, I've never played any of the classic modules and all of that stuff. So super stoked to be doing this stuff, because it's like, the traditional original OG stuff, and that I never got to taste back in the day, because I got into GMing and into playing Shadowrun really early, and we kind of skipped a lot of this stuff. So super stoked to be discovering this whole stuff with especially with Dave, who knows this world like he lives in it daily. I don't know about the gravy though, but
I live in the gravy. That's really what I'm here for.
You
thank
are
you,
the
Christian.
gravy.
Ooh, we're getting very metaphysical, and we just started the stream, so I think that's a success.
Yellow.
Here we are. Thanks, Christian. I'm really excited that you're here.
Thank you.
We met just not too long ago, but we've clicked, and we've been playing games with each other for a couple of months now, and I'm really happy that you're jumping in, because I think this is a good world for you to do some fun stuff. So, and you're very talented with your role play, so it's gonna be great. Let's move over to Ashley, Minnesota Muse.
Hey everybody, I'm Minnesota Muse 99 on Twitter. Oh man, like what is my favorite thing about Greyhawk? I've only played Greyhawk with Dave.
Hey, that's your favorite thing. All right, that's really sweet of you.
So there you go.
Aw.
Dave. There we go. Good answer. This is all I've ever known.
Well, that's wonderful. Hopefully I haven't ruined it for you. We'll see what happens.
There's still time.
There's still time. There always is. Ashley is so happy that you're able to jump into the last adventure with the Beyond Saltmarsh crew and bring some of your wit and your skills of RP to the table. It's been really fun having you. So I'm glad that you're back for another I mean, this campaign could go on for a while, guys. So buckle up. Here we go. Let's. Speaking of buckling up, let's move over to Kai Whimsy.
Oh my God, that's me.
Look at this guy.
Look at this
Listen,
guy.
everybody, it's been a minute. It's been like what, 3 weeks, 2 weeks? I don't even know. 4 weeks, week and a half. It's been some time. I'm not Byron anymore. It's time to upgrade.
Oh my
I'm just
God.
Kirk now. I'm here for Greyhawk. So one of my favorite things about Greyhawk, I get to play in it every week for the next, I don't even know. And I know you're jealous about it. And I would be too if I was you, looking at me, being me here in this world. Oh gosh, it's an exciting moment. Another thing I really like about Greyhawk, little known fact, very well known fact. Greyhawk is actually a city in Greyhawk, the world. Yeah, and it's got a dungeon under it. We're not going to go there, but it's like really deep.
We might
It
go
does.
there.
We might go there. We might go there.
We might as well. Now
The
the cat's
original
out of the
dungeon.
bag.
That is the
The
original.
OG.
dungeon. Yep.
The OG.
Thank
Well,
you,
I mean,
Gary Gygax.
It would behoove us to at least take a peek at it.
I mean, we could. I don't
we'll
even
see.
know. Is the original version still out there? Can you even get a hold of it?
Like Gary's notes.
Yeah.
I know a guy we can ask about that.
Is it Gary?
No, it's not.
Oh,
Is it his son?
I thought
Could
you
be.
knew him. I
His
was
son
like, oh
would
my
know.
gosh, Dave, really?
No, I never met Gary, RIP, but I have played in his world for quite a bit and love it. So great to have you back, Kirk. I'm excited to see what you bring with this new character. And I'm happy for all the great stuff that's been happening for you in the past couple of weeks that I won't mention, but really happy for you, buddy. Yep, there it is. Let's move
Aw.
over to Andy. Andy, look at all those tchotchkes.
I know, right? I've upgraded. I have a super green camera and a display case full of tchotchkes and a ukulele. So get used to it. Internet.
Nice.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Andy. I'm happy to be here. Starting this new campaign. I'm stoked. It's going to be a lot of fun. My favorite Greyhawk fact. I guess all the lore, you know, it's like the original D&D setting. So, you know, there's a lot to dig into.
Yeah, there's some history behind it.
Lots
Yeah,
of
you feel
great,
like you're
lots of
part of it.
gravy, you know.
Big time gravy. We need a gravy emote. Why do we not have a gravy emote yet?
It's next on the list.
Yeah, it really is.
Wish list of
Yep.
emotes.
Put it on the
It's
wish
like-
list.
I've learned a little bit about it, but there's still so much more I could learn, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, I think that goes for everybody that plays in the world. It's just so vast, and there's a lot of people who are developing content for it. You know, there's such a huge fandom of super talented people that are creating content. So yeah, it's a growing, living world, and we're excited to be kind of creating our own little dimension within that world. So yeah, glad to have you back, Andy. I'm excited that you'll be at GuildCon here. We're having a little weekend fiesta with some friends here on the North Shore of Lake Superior in Duluth, Minnesota. But yeah, glad that you're here, everybody, and that we get to start a new story. I do have a couple of housekeeping things to talk about real quick. Check that out right above me here. See that? See that beautiful logo right there?
Oh, wow.
You see that, Kirk?
Ooh.
That is, you make that?
Wait.
No, but it was commissioned and created by our friends over at Trixie Wizard. I'm going to drop a link to their Twitter in the chat here. Amazing, talented artists who, with a little bit of description of what I thought we wanted, created this thing, which is absolutely fantastic. Super excited. Once that arrived, I was like, oh yeah, this is really happening. So very excited to have some sweet custom artwork for the stream. That's the first thing. So thanks to Aaron and Adam for being such awesome artists and getting us some great art. We will be calling you for gravy emotes or something. I don't know. So stay tuned.
Could happen.
Lumpy gravy.
It could happen. I don't mind kind of lump, like a little bit of
Yeah.
lump in there, but whatever. That sounded kind of weird. So
Let's just move on.
Just don't
Yeah.
mash it that much.
We'll fix that in post. Hey, here's some other stuff that I should change the topic to. We've got some new games here. It's September. And as you know, the tradition for the guild in September is to go completely overboard with new stuff. And so,
New stuff.
yeah,
All the
shiny
stuff.
new things. So, some great stuff, though. In all seriousness, we've got a talented group of people over in the guild Discord who are creating games and creating content and helping to produce content. And so we've got some things. We have on Sundays, we just ran it last Sunday, our first episode of Blade Runner RPG, helmed by our very own Bleak Season with Hooli from Hooligans of Heroes, myself, Darling Creepshow, Flizzard. It was sick. Very fun, very dark, very gritty. There was a TPK essentially in the first 40 minutes. And someone brought up a sex dungeon, but we won't go into it. That's a different stream. It was crazy, but it was super fun. So check that out. That's on Sundays, every other Sunday. And that's for through the end of the year, I believe, right?
Yeah, 8 weeks. Well, 7, so 14 more weeks. So 7 divided by 2 every 2 weeks. Yeah,
That's too
like
much
into
math.
December.
Yep. Somebody
Into
mute him.
December.
Somebody mute him, please. Uh,
Viewer discretion is advised.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
Monday night is going to continue to be our Monday Night Mayhem, where we bring in DMs to run games. We try to bring in more people from our Discord to play game. It's like community night, essentially. What's really cool is that there's folks out there and in our Discord who want to sort of dip their toe in the pool of streaming. And we have now the infrastructure to make that happen. We can help to find players and produce the stream and do some promotions and really make it easy for a DM to come in and run a game with some friends. And so that's on our Monday night. I'm wrapping up a game next Monday that we've been playing for a little bit called Castle Mirrors, but then it's going to roll into some new GMs, new players. We've got Miko, the OKS GM, is going to be running a game in his homebrewed world of Ystera. I'm really excited about that. Ashley's going to be running Oops All Kobolds 2-shot, right?
I think it's 3.
3-shot.
episodes
We gave her a
in
3rd episode.
October. We'll see if I can get to it, right?
Who made that
Oh,
decision?
I don't know.
No, we're
my
so
first
so
time
excited.
Streaming,
Oh.
like as a DM. So
She has calendar access too,
nice.
so
Yeah, she's like, I'm doing 3. No, you know what? I want 4.
click,
No.
click.
there was nothing on the calendar really when I signed up.
Well, now it's full. Like I look at the
No.
calendar and my palms start to sweat a little bit. But anyhow, super excited about that Monday night thing. It's a great way to for people to get involved. So if you want to check it out and you're interested, come on over to our Discord and hang out and get to know people. And you might end up in a game. You might end up in a stream. You might end up running a stream.
And what's happening next Monday?
Next Monday is the finale of our Castle of Mirrors TPK, one shot,
Right.
where the characters have managed to create for themselves their own demise, which is kind of what you want as a DM, is you want to give them enough to work with where they just kind of destroy themselves. And that's what happened. I mean, you guys got bone swarmed, and that's just the kind of thing that happens. Yeah, you had to put that in context too. But nevertheless, Tuesday night is tonight, and we're doing this. Hey guys, thanks for being here. What's up, Tim? Yeah, and then is that it? No, because we have the Shadesong Saga. We've got, see what I said? September. It's Go Overboard month over here at the Guild Superior. But we're excited. Christian has brought his homebrew world of Shadesong to the Guild. It's been going on for a while, right?
Actually, it started with the pandemic. So like,
It's like 2 some years.
2.5 years. Yeah.
Yeah. And we're going to be jumping in with some streamed and recorded content. So it's going to be really fun. A lot of people are getting involved, and it's going to be really cool. So thanks for bringing that and sharing that world with us. There's
Thank
probably
you.
more, you guys. I don't know. I mean,
By
That's
this
it
time
for.
next week, there'll probably be 2 extra games that we've added to the calendar.
Oh man,
that even
let's talk
possible?
about pacing later when we're not streaming.
Yeah, pacing. That's an important thing, right? Nevertheless, let's pace this thing on to the next item. You guys, we are going to be jumping into a new game here, and I made some notes. What I'd like to do is I would like to go through this little introduction. Actually, before we do that, because I just made an audible change here. Let's go through, we didn't do this, and have everybody just tell us a little bit about your characters. I think that'd be a great place to start before I dive into a little bit about the time and the setting and what's going on here. So let's start this time on the other side of the table here, and let's start with Andy. Andy, give us a little bit of info on Dez. Tell us a little bit about who Dez is, maybe some of the motivation for traveling to we're headed towards Hommlet, spoiler alert, but kind of like what has spurred you into this adventure.
Okay, well, Dez has got a bit of a storied past. He was orphaned during the conflict that happened in this area of Greyhawk about 10 years prior. And he grew up on the streets of Verbobonc, kind of scraping by, getting up to no good pretty much. And yeah, so long story short, he's gotten into a lot, and he is leaving Verbobonc, because he heard about some of the stuff happening again to the south, near the village of Hommlet. And, he's had these daydreams of kind of getting vengeance for what happened to him in his past. And he also needs to leave town for other reasons.
Oh,
So
you're totally shifty, eh? You're totally going to be
a little
shifty.
shifty, a little no, I don't know. We'll get into that.
nice. So you grew up in Verbobonc, right?
Yeah, well, he after the age of 10. Prior to that, he lived outside Hommlet.
Okay.
Until he was about 10. I guess I don't know how much of the backstories you want us to get into.
It's as much as you feel like you want to. I can actually bring
Just
up.
give us a little taste, and
Yeah,
then
just a little taste.
leave us wanting more.
A little taste of gravy.
So he grew up on a farm north of Hommlet, and when all the drama happened 10 years ago, 10 years prior to our story, his farm was attacked and he was forced to flee, and he has not seen his family since. He doesn't know if they're alive or dead, and he hasn't been able to look for them because he kind of got swept up by a fleeing group of refugees and ended up in the capital city, and he's been there just kind of surviving ever since. But now he's older and he's gotten this new news, and he also has to get out of town. Because it's getting a little hot.
It's getting hot in Verbobonc.
Crime doesn't pay.
Not always. All right. Well, thanks, Andy. I know that there's a lot more that we'll get into, and there'll be some reveals as we explore our characters. One of the things that we're really hoping to do with this particular game is to do some collaborative storytelling that really focuses on the people, the adventures, their contacts, their connections, the failures and the triumphs that we have as heroes, or maybe anti-heroes, I don't know, but there's relationships, the hopes, and sort of the regrets that they have. So I'm excited to delve into that. Let's move over to Norb. Hi, Norb.
Oh yeah, my name's Norb Nhyre. I did my dissertation on the Wild Coast. I met a bunch of guys on the docks. I was like, hey guys, how's it going? Hope you're doing good, you know. And this guy was like covered in tattoos. He was like, oh yeah, I got all these tattoos. You know, I earned them, you know. I was like, oh wow, you earned them. Tell me more about that. He was like, well, let me tell you. He told me he had all these tattoos, you know, he went on these ventures. I was like, whoa, this guy's adventure, and I haven't adventured, you know. So here I am. I talked with him a bunch more. He said, hey, check out these Northern Wolf guys. I was like, hey, Northern Wolf guys. I like Northern Wolves. I like wolves. I like North. I'm not a big fan of the cold. I like to wear a lot of warm layers. You know, I don't stay warm very well, but you know, it's okay. So I crossed, you know, here I am. I'm off, you know, and I was just walking around, and gosh, you know, I just love to learn stuff, and I love to teach stuff. So if you want to know something, guess what? I'd love to teach you. I got a lot to share. And you know, I mean, you know, maybe you need a friend, maybe you need a hug. I'll hug you. You know, if that's what you're looking for. You know, I'm sorry. I know I'm talking really, you know, I talk kind of fast sometimes. It's just, you know, it just comes out of me. Am I oversharing now? I think I'm oversharing. I think I'm just gonna stop.
Norb, how do you say the last name? Nhyre?
Norb Nhyre, you know.
Nhyre. A Canadian accent,
No,
maybe?
no. I'm from the Wild Coast, you know. It's just you know, Mordecai was from there back in the day.
Oh yeah, he had the same accent too. That's right. I remember that now.
Oh.
I love it. All right, so a Wild Coast adventure, seeking out knowledge and hugs, it sounds like.
Is
I
your
like
Only
it.
if you're really into that, you know.
is your character blind? Is that why you have the glasses?
No, this is just you know, it's very bright.
His future's so bright, he's got to wear shades.
Yeah, you know,
Wow.
you know, I'm getting too
Wow.
close to the sun.
I'm not sure what to make of that, but you know.
Well, when I stand this close to you, Lachlan, it's just like, wow, holy moly, jeez, sir.
He's such a bright, shining light.
An absolute
Oh,
beacon.
This armor, you know, give it a good spit shine every morning.
Yeah, quit shining that thing. Let it just get a little bit dull.
I can't.
it's
Looks so much
against
better.
it's against the grain.
It's against
Well,
the grain.
Thank you, Norb, for introducing us to you. Appreciate it. I feel like we're doing like an interview on the frozen north. And back to you, Ted. Let's jump over to Xanthi.
Okay, so my name is Xanthi, and I am originally from oh gosh, I lost my page. From the free city of Greyhawk, and I heard that there was like this amazing spooky kind of thing that was happening over in Hommlet. So I'm going to go and figure out what's going on myself. And then, you know, maybe people will actually take me seriously back home. And I don't know. I'm a little bit young and a little innocent and very like friendly and curious.
What's that
Nice.
accent from in Greyhawk geography?
Mm.
Far to the east.
Hard
I
to
grew
say.
up in Greyhawk. Well, I grew up in the free city of Greyhawk, so
There you go.
Which is, as you know, a melting pot of all different peoples from around Earth.
A hodgepodge, if you will.
Yes, something like that. Well, thank you,
A great
Xanthi. I gotta hand it to Ashley. She always has the names that I always am gonna have a struggle with trying to remember how to say it, but I'm gonna do my best. Xanthi.
you can call me Zan if you want to.
Zan. All right, I like that. I like that. Let's jump now over to Lachlan Feldspar.
Yeah, I just completely changed my mind about the character I'm going to play. I think I want to go Minotaur.
Okay.
Maybe like a half Minotaur, half
Where's that mute button again?
dragon.
Wait. You said no monstrous races. I'm re-rolling too.
We're all monstrous races, every one of us.
We are deep inside. We just look like, normal people. But we're terrible. Yeah, Lachlan Feldspar. Hey, I'm a dwarf. Couldn't you tell? I have a beard. I'm a dwarf, but I'm a weird dwarf because, well, first of all, I can never do anything like other normal people do. But I did originate in the Iron Hills, and because of some issues that my father had with the family business, we ended up being forced to leave our home there, and we ended up making a home for ourselves on the coast. And from the second, in fact, there's some stuff I don't want to reveal, but even from before we moved there, but at least from the time we were on the coast, I became kind of obsessed with the horizon and being on the water and all that. And so by hook and by crook, I eventually ended up working on the ship. Imagine that, a dwarf on a ship. And after a terrible incident, I discovered that perhaps there was some greater power that had some sort of intent for me. And I decided to go back home to get back in touch with the home that I left back in the day. Fortunately, by the time I got there, I wasn't quite prepared to go there. But on the road, I heard all sorts of rumors about this place called Hommlet that was apparently in need of some help. And so because I am the prince of procrastination, I decided to make my way to Hommlet and see what was going on there. And I think somewhere along the way, I meet some friends, but that was sort of the main thing. I am someone with a lot of deep, dark secrets, and I built it really layered so that Ash would have a lot of work to do to pry all of them out from his cold dead hands. No, I'm kidding. I really don't have that many dark secrets. But yeah, basically just, a guy wandering around, trying to find a place to land, trying to find a place to sort himself out, sort of thing. And I enjoy stormy weather. What can I say?
And long walks in the park.
Especially in stormy weather.
I love that. All right, here we go, guys. So our story begins back on Earth. The common year is 579, which is approximately 2 years after the adventures of Runar Deg and his gang of heroes. For the moment, that story remains shrouded in mystery, and the tales of their endeavors have yet to reach as far north as the hold of Sea Princes, let alone the northern realms where this story takes place. We have a new story that has begun. Far from the Amadia jungle, far north in the Flanness. Specifically, this story, the Heroes of Greyhawk story, begins in the Viscounty of Verbobonc, north of the Kron Hills. This is a small state, and it would hardly be worth a mention in the annals of Flanness history were it not for, this has been alluded to by some of our players, the evil forces that chose to construct a temple in the rolling countryside near the village of Hommlet. Around 566 Common Year, Hommlet and its surroundings suffered from the inconvenient incursion of goblins, gnolls, bugbears, trolls, kobolds, which led to a spread of outlawry and strife. Trade was disrupted, the countryside was pillaged as bands of evil demi-humans and despicable men wreaked havoc upon the land. So too did an evil cleric, I gotta move this so I don't see Christian laughing. So too did an evil cleric establish a fell temple. And within 3 short years, a grim and foreboding fortress was erected to protect it. Servants of the temple brought violence, death, and pestilence, unleashing the power of earthquakes, storms, fires, and floods across the countryside. This was probably, getting back to Des real quick, this was probably around the time that some things happened in your family history, right? Yep. Forces from nearby Friandi and Valuna rallied to intervene, as did the gnomes from the Kron Hills, dwarves from the Lort Mills, and elves from the gnarly forest in Selene. Together, they were called the Righteous Host. They destroyed the temple and scattered its patrons at the Battle of Emerity Meadows. The year was 569, and the horde of elemental evil was scattered. So 10 years previous to where we're going to pick up with this adventure. However, the demonic force behind the violence was too powerful to overcome, and the priests of the host were forced to seal it in the temple's dungeons. Hommlet was restored somewhat to a quiet and profitable state for a time. Things went on like they do. People continued to farm the countryside. Commerce continued to occur. Travelers continued to come. Time passed, and now we find ourselves in 579. Bandits seem to have returned to the countryside. Rumors tell of an evil that has begun to reemerge, perhaps emanating from the temple itself. The people of Hommlet seek new heroes to rid the temple of this dangerous presence. The question is, will this group of heroes answer their call? So where we're going to pick up with this adventure is in the middle of the month that is often referred to in the common tongue as Patchwall, which roughly equates to October right here in our world. The air is cool and autumn-like, and while the leaves have begun to change color at the edge of the gnarly forest, where the canopy gives way to the rugged Kron foothills, the weather is pleasant, and the sun shines brightly with no clouds to obscure it. So we are going to pick up with Dez and Xanthi. It's been a couple of days as you've traveled together. You're starting to sort of get into a bit of a rhythm together in terms of your traveling, your conversation. You've learned bits and pieces, as we talked about earlier, about each other. Perhaps things that we didn't reveal you might know about each other, or you might have kept secret. That's yet to be determined. The day is, again, bright, sunny, clear, and rather beautiful as you continue south. You estimate that perhaps within a day or more, maybe 2 days at most, you'll arrive at your destination, the small village of Hommlet. As you walk down the road, you see ahead of you, walking in your direction, more and more travelers. Not strange for this particular road that heads south to Verbobonc, but some of them seem to almost be in a rush. There's a family with a mule-drawn cart that seems to have most of their belongings. Sometimes as they pass by, things fall off the cart. They scramble to put them up. 2 kids sitting in the back of the cart against the buckboard. More and more people traveling.
If I see one of those items kind of tumble out, I will rush over to help them. You dropped something. Hi, I'm Xanthi. And I will
Thank
help
you.
them put that up.
Thank you, Xanthi. And they take a
Xanthi.
look at you, and as they see your eyes, they kind of, thank you very much.
Are you leaving Hommlet?
Well, yes, we're making haste to head north. We have family in Verbobonc, and well, it's business isn't good now. We had to relocate we run a small trading post, but it's time to leave. Good day. We gotta go. And they move on. The cart kind of takes off. The wife is like, "Come on."
Yeah, it's probably best not to get too involved.
They seemed really scared.
Well, there's supposed to be trouble to the south.
I
They
suppose
must be
it's gonna
fleeing
take
that.
a really big adventure like me, and I'll sort it all out.
Yeah, right. Well, you've made it this far, so
I know. I mean,
that's
I've got
saying
this
something, I
cool
guess.
crossbow, and I've used it before.
You
And
have used it, okay?
Mhm.
That's
I mean,
good.
I didn't hit anything with it, but I did use it.
Oh, all right. Maybe we could practice one night.
Well, that would be fun.
It might get a little dangerous down south here. Hope you're ready.
I am so ready for it.
Okay.
I can't wait. I mean, have you seen a lot of danger?
I've seen a fair amount of danger in my time, I would say. Yeah.
That is so cool.
Mostly
Like, what kind?
nothing like goblins or anything like that, but fights and scraps and knives and
You've been in a knife
crossbow
fight?
bolts and stuff you don't want stuck in you. Yeah,
Do you have any scars?
got a few.
Can I see them?
Ugh. You ask a lot of questions, you know that?
Well, like if you don't ask questions, you don't learn anything.
Yes. Maybe. Eventually. Eventually I'll let you take a look.
Okay. It's not like anywhere like dirty, is it?
Most of them aren't, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Most.
Had a few close calls. Just kidding.
They're emotional scars.
Most
They're on the inside.
Yeah.
You guys continue walking, and it's autumn, right? So you look about. The trees on either side of the road, the forest is lush. Conifer trees standing tall, but there are dotted across the landscape and within the trees and growing above them and in the undergrowth, sort of the changing colors of fall, the oranges and the yellows. The undergrowth is very thick in this area, and it's sort of like in this weird foothills area. So there's a lot of rocks and ruts. The road itself is well worn and crisscrossed with deep wagon wheel ruts. Occasional puddle of mud, as if perhaps it just rained here a day prior. And leaf litter covers the ground and kind of crunches beneath your feet at times because it's drying out. Bird chatter in the forest about you, and bugs droning as they fly around. But it seems very pleasant. The temperatures are not hot, but they're not cold. You might have like your cloak on, but you feel good, and the traveling is fairly easy. But you continue to see people that are going in the opposite direction, and some of them seem to have like packs on with things kind of like just stuffed in, and they're just moving out of this area. It seems not in a cohesive fashion necessarily, but certainly it sort of piques your interest. More people pass by, and they just kind of nod to you as they walk past.
Yeah, I'm really starting to feel like we're walking in the wrong direction here.
Well, we're here to find out what is happening and to solve this problem. And, these people, they don't look like fighters like us.
That's true. Just families.
With little kids.
Real quick, thank you so much, Doc, for the gift subs. We appreciate that so much. Great to see you. I can't wait to jump into some Greyhawk games with you as well, my friend. So you get this strange sense, the two of you, as you're traveling. We're going to jump over to the other travelers, the other pair of travelers now. You two are traveling, Lachlan and Norb, from the east headed west. And you're sort of coming up through what appears to be a little bit more of a forested area, coming through the edge of the gnarly forest. You rise up out into like the foothills that sort of border the Kron Hills, and you also see that there are not necessarily an inordinate number of people, but there are people that seem to be headed in the opposite direction that you're headed in.
Oh gosh. Oh wow. There's a lot of people on the road, eh? Gosh.
Yeah, the situation down
wow.
there must be bad.
Yeah, that doesn't I mean, we're gonna get there, we're not gonna have any supplies. Should we stop people and see if we can buy some stuff? Maybe it'll help them on their journeys.
Like, how many people are we seeing, Dave? Like, a dozen or like 100?
It's more, no, not hundreds. So probably like a dozen people within the last day, which seems a little strange for as you get closer to this Hommlet area. It's not like a mass exodus necessarily, but you can see that it's almost like they're carrying their belongings. That's the thing that really, usually you see travelers and they're carrying like a pack and they have like a traveling stick or something like that. But these people are like, with some of them with carts. They seem to be like carrying a lot of belongings with them as if they were moving, basically. You get a few nods along the way, but they don't tarry. They don't stop to speak with you, other than sort of like a quick nod and a hello.
You certainly seem in a hurry.
Yep. Well,
I guess we're going in the right direction.
yeah, I guess so. Gosh.
As you say that, one of the travelers kind of walks by and hears you and says, "You're most definitely not heading in the right direction.
What? Whoa, sir. Why do you say that, eh?
Bandits,
Oh gosh. How many?
thugs,
Oh
highwaymen.
gosh. Oh goodness. Are you okay?
You're heading to Hommlet?
Oh yeah, we're gonna go there. We're gonna, yep.
Is there no law?
No, there's the sheriff, but well, it's just in these outlying areas, and people are starting to steer clear. Business.
Where are you heading then?
Headed to the coast. Maybe get hired up on the docks. I don't know. Things
Yeah,
drying
enough
up here.
supplies with you?
I got what I need. I sold the rest, so I think I'm good. Good luck to you. Dark times ahead.
Oh,
Kinda
I don't know about that.
Looks up at the sky.
I mean, it is winter,
Lachlan, you kind of follow his gaze up, and there's this clear blue sky, bluebird day. But you can see that there's one dark cloud that just seems to be hanging high up in the stratosphere. He looks down, kind of pulls his cloak over his shoulders, and continues past you.
Luck to you, friend.
And to you.
Looks like it's going to rain.
Oh gosh. God, it's pretty cold out. I don't know if I want to get caught in the rain.
Well, if these people are here now, there's probably a village, or at least some sort of habitations not too far. They can't have walked that far already, so
should we
should be able to find some shelter before night.
All right. Should we pick up the pace a little, Maybe just, I don't know, just like like a short jog. I don't know, like a light jog. Do you jog? Can you jog with those can you jog? Is that a thing that
Are you
dwarves
referencing
do?
my mail armor and shield,
No.
or are you referencing my shorter legs?
No.
I am 5 feet tall,
Right, yeah. I wasn't saying anything. What are you talking about? I was just wondering if you run. Do you run?
Go on, old man. I'll keep up.
Oh, all right then. I'm gonna start running. Not like a sprint, but like a marathon pace.
Okay. Get a little cardio in. I like it. All right. Well, as you guys start to pick up the pace, we'll jump back over to the others now. Xanthi and Des, as you are traveling down this well-worn road, a traveler rounds the bend, headed in your direction, shambling a bit. He stumbles. It's a man. He stumbles, catches himself, continues in your direction, looks strange to you.
Xanthe will run right up to him and be like, "Are you okay?"
Easy.
Des, you watch as Xanthi just races ahead, running towards this man. He looks clearly wounded to you, Des, as you kind of take stock. And as you approach Xanthi, you can see that there is a blood-soaked bandage around his head, wrapped around his head, and another makeshift crimson-stained bandage that's wrapped around his left. Sorry, I was doing my arm. His left thigh, and he has in his hand a what appears to be a blood-stained crossbow bolt. And as you get up to him, he collapses.
Oh no!
And drops to the ground. Bandits ahead! They got
Des is
me!
gonna pull out his bow.
They got me!
Where?
Does he
Where'd
look
you
like
say they
he's?
were?
Does he look
How
like he's
far?
dying?
Hey,
Give me a medicine check, please. Is this the first roll of the
shite.
game?
Yeah, 18.
18. He does not appear to be dying. Um, he appears to be sort of like holding and like covering his wounds up. As you hold your wounds tight. He says, "Bandits, they're somewhere here." Des, do you approach as well?
Yeah, I'm gonna walk up, but Des will be looking for hiding places in the immediate area.
Yeah, roll a perception check.
Oh god, I need my new character sheet. All right.
Roll it up. Hey, Trixie Wizard, Adam and Aaron, thank you so much for the awesome art. The Heroes of Greyhawk banner that we have over there. There we go. Our new logo. Thank you so much. There's a link to their Twitter. Connect with them.
Right.
So that was a 13.
Yeah, you
Dave.
nailed it. A 13.
Yeah.
So as I mentioned before, there are conifer trees that sort of form the canopy of the forest along the sides of this road. There are deciduous trees that are in various states of senescence, different colors, popping yellows and oranges, reds. There is a thick underbrush that you can conceivably dive into or find a spot. And I don't know, like, I'm not sure what your experience is with like wilderness sort of like survival. I know you're kind of you came from the city, that sort of thing, but you get the sense that there's enough cover that you could find something, but to get into the actual understory would be difficult. If you catch my drift, the terrain would be difficult.
I'm gonna grab the guy. Xanthe, I think there's danger about. I'm gonna start dragging him off the road.
I will assist. We're going to put you somewhere where you can hide while we take care of this.
Oh, thank you. And he kind of reaches up to kind of help himself get up on his feet. Xanthe kind of grabs your shoulders, and I need everybody to roll initiative, please.
Ooh,
Betrayal!
Did he trick us? Des, you know better than this.
You mean like everybody? Like me too?
Never
I
get
don't know
involved.
better. Than
Everybody roll initiative, please.
Do we have tokens, or do you want us to just roll? Oh, it's gonna go through. Okay.
Yeah, you just roll it. I'm going to go through the initiative order and ask you. So 25 to 20.
19. Oh, sorry.
19. So 15 to 20. So
19.
we got Des at 19.
Yeah.
Okay. 10 to 15.
11.
All right. We got Lachlan on the board. 5 to 10.
8.
Also 8.
Okay. All right.
I am
so-
shocked and appalled.
Yeah, well, just wait. You don't even know yet. So that Xanthe. There we go. And Norb. Okay, so with initiative rolled, the threat of bandits in the trees, in the woods, somewhere around you, and your dungeon master having asked you for initiative, shit's about to get crazy. But we're gonna take a quick break, and then we're gonna come back and see what happens with all that stuff that just happened. So big shout out to this new set of characters and the players behind them. Super excited to see what happens as we jump into this new adventure. We've got a sort of like a session 0.5 sort of encounter going on here. And we're going to get into it here in just a couple of minutes. So thank you all for being here. If you're interested, please consider subbing or following the channel and or just hanging out. We'll be back in 5 minutes. We'll see you then. Hello, everybody. We're back. Thanks for hanging out. We are going to dive into this this encounter here now. Xanthe and Dez have responded to an injured traveler on the road, racing forward to lend a hand as they do because they seem to be good people. Dez possibly a little reluctant, who knows? But certainly Xanthe is raring to go. So you race up, and as you reach down, Xanthe, to help this individual up, he puts his arm around you to help himself up, and that is when, Dez, your spidey sense goes off. You are at the top of the initiative order, but you can see that within this man's cloak, and he has his hand kind of like tucked into where his bandages are. He has a knife.
All right. So is he grappling Xanthe right now?
Nope. Simply
just
just
we can kind of
he
reach
hasn't
out.
he hasn't had an action yet. He's just kind of lifting himself up. He's no longer prone.
All right. I'm just gonna shout, "Stop!" And I'm gonna throw up my hand, and he needs to make a strength saving throw.
Okay.
DC 14.
All right. Let me. DC 14. Oh well, I have a 15 on the die, so let me just double
Oh,
check.
damn.
Yep. So he
All right.
saves.
So, frustrated, Dez will pull his short sword and run up to the guy. Am I close enough to get close to him?
Yeah, you can close the distance. You saw him sort of like pulling himself up, and you just saw the glint of steel. You yelled out as you're kind of moving forward, "Stop!" You can probably get right up to him, I would say. So you're on the map here. Let's jump over to the map screen.
Wait, okay. Does it look like he was making like an attack
we go.
against her?
No.
Okay, I will run up to him, stick him in the side, not hard, with the short sword, and I'll just say to him, "Be real careful what you do next, buddy." And I'm gonna hold my action and attack if he tries to make an aggressive move against Xanthe.
Okay. He as you just kind of press the tip of the blade against like his ribs or something like that to kind of
Yeah.
give him a little encouragement to follow your orders. I like it. Okay, so that leads us to the bad guy's turn. So first of all, this guy here, who you've just sort of, he's like, oh, there's bandits in the woods. And this is when you hear as crossbow bolts come flying out of the surrounding forest. Let's see here. First one is going to be aimed at Dez. That is a 19 to hit you.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's not good. 6 piercing damage as you take a bolt right in the side. Now you did have a held action. This guy hasn't done anything though.
No, he didn't do anything to me.
There is a second bolt that comes flying. Do you have a reaction?
Not
Okay.
in. No.
First level. One thing I didn't do is Lachlan, give me a D4 roll, please.
Yippers. Quattro.
Okay. Not great. A second shot comes at you, Dez. A 2 plus stuff is not going to hit you. What's your armor class?
14.
Yep, that does not hit the second one. A third shot is going to be for Xanthi. A 3 plus stuff is not going to hit you. And then a 18 is probably going
That'll
to hit
hit.
you. I rolled like shit, which is good. That is a 2 piercing damage as it just kind of grazes past your arm. And the guy that's standing there with you is like, take cover! That brings us to Xanthi.
Oh no. Let's see. She is going to. Man, first thing she's gonna do is she's going to cast Mage Armor. You just all of a sudden, like her body just is enveloped in a light golden shade, which then fades. It's kind of like the same color as her eyes, and she now has a higher armor class. Let's see, so that would be 13. It's now 15. And
Okay.
she will just dive for some cover to try to get like away like out of the arrow range.
Okay, so within that zone that you're in, where would you go for cover? There is a stump like that you're right next to, if you can see that kind of underneath your token. That would give you partial cover.
Can
you could
I
try
tell
to get far.
what direction the arrows came from?
Great question. Roll a perception check as you quickly glance around. This is all kind of happening in at the same time.
11.
From all directions. From all directions, these bolts are coming.
Okay. Then if I don't know which direction to run to, I will I'll duck behind the stump, kind of like the opposite side of like the way we were walking. So I figure the likelihood of them being in a horseshoe or something it's safer to be on the side that we came walking from.
Okay, so you would have I would say like half cover there, so you'll have +2 to your AC for additional shots that might find their way towards you. Then that brings us back to the top of the order with Dez. Meanwhile, the other two travelers are just kind of, they're just kind of trotting along. You guys are sort of doing that fast walking. You know, you're kind of doing the hips and the arms up, and you're just kind of fast walking your way down the trail. Dez.
So I'm gonna run after Xanthe and crouch down behind that like in the sim, like she said it was a stump or something.
Mm-hmm.
So get low to take cover, and I'm gonna drop my sword at that point and pull my bow.
Okay.
Do I see any of these guys?
Roll a perception check.
It's 822.
Yes, that's a great. You scan around. You get a sense for where the bolts came from, and you can see as we zoom out here a little bit that there is in fact an individual that is hidden in. Let's see. There we go. There's a sight line to the northwest of where you are. You can see that individual here.
Okay.
You picked him out of the forest for some reason. He's actually up in a tree, about 10 feet off the ground in like a tree stand.
So earlier, which way did I'm sorry, I wasn't even looking at the map earlier. Which way did the previous arrows come at us?
All directions.
Oh, all directions.
Yep, there were four bolts, crossbow bolts that came in your direction.
Xanthe's just cowering next to this stump.
You're
Yeah.
both kind of behind the stump, right?
Yeah. I mean, technically I didn't move my token. So I'm going to take a shot at that guy. I don't know if this qualifies as sneak attack or not. I'm just going to shoot.
No,
'Cause we're
it
done.
won't.
Here we go.
Come on, Dez.
Nope, I rolled the damage. There it is. Okay. What that? He rolled twice.
Did you
Not
have
sure what's
advantage, Sean?
happening.
Working out the kinks. Working out the kinks.
Where do you turn it off?
I think you have to right click to get advantage, so that's a little odd. Just go with the first one.
I don't know what the first one was now. I can't find it in the... Do you have a log of the rolls, Dave? Sorry.
I am not looking at that, but I can see if I do.
we do. In D&D Beyond, there's the log. So it looks like.
Is that a natural 20 short bow?
Sure is.
I rolled a 22 perception, and then I accidentally rolled damage. But then I rolled a natural 20 to hit.
hit. Yep, that's correct.
But it did roll sneak attack for the damage, so I don't know. What is the damage here?
Total damage is 7.
7. Yeah.
7 damage.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you take a shot at this guy. It hits hard, and he takes 7 damage.
After shooting, I'm going to lay down flat. I'm going to get prone.
Okay. All right, that's your turn. That brings us to me, and the guy that just got shot is going to... Let me just roll, see what he does here. Yep, he's going to take a shot at you, Dez. I don't
So
know
it
if
should
that's
be-
going to hit you. It's going to be a disadvantage.
Yeah, at disadvantage.
So it's going to be 8 plus... It's going to be an 11, which is going to miss you.
Yep.
There is a individual here that is going to run out of the woods, wielding a hand axe, and is going to race towards you. come up and he is going to try to skewer you with his hand axe. Natural 1. He comes at you and you sort of like roll out of the way as he slams down and hits the dirt.
Ooh.
Xanthe, there are 2 bolts coming your way, so you do have the benefit of cover.
Mhm.
So the first, and you also have Mage Armor, right?
Correct.
Okay, so you've got a pretty
17.
high AC. Okay. That is only a 15 on the first shot and a 6 on the second shot. So both of them miss you. They go over your head. That brings us to Xanthe.
You just hear, oh no, 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 no. And she is gonna pop up from behind the stump and just like flail wildly at the one bandit, and she casts Firebolt.
Okay. At the guy that approached with the hand axe?
Yes,
Okay.
17.
That
And she
will
just
hit.
kind of like screams.
You hit him with the firebolt and he starts to ignite. Ah!
5 damage, fire damage.
Okay. Okay. Anything else
and
from
then
you?
she will duck down again behind the stump.
Okay. Taking cover again. All right. Back to the top of the order with Dez. Meanwhile, you guys are you, Norb, and Lachlan. You hear someone cry out, "Ah!" as this individual is burned. Now, if you
gosh.
picked up the pace,
I
you could
quickly
get
heal
there.
him.
You could get there a 1 round early if you were to pick up the pace and double time it.
I'm just gonna look at Lachlan and be like, and then boom, sprint.
I'll keep up.
All right. So the 2 of you take off running at a clip, and you will be there in just at the end of this round. You will arrive on the scene. So Dez, top of the round. What do? This guy raced up with the hand axe, swung at you. You rolled over, and he missed you. What do? You're muted.
Sorry, new setup. I'm gonna let go of my bow, grab that sword that I had dropped right next to me, and lunge at this guy with my short sword.
So you're gonna get up.
Yeah,
Okay.
half my movement to get up.
Got it.
Okay. Here we go. This will be sneak attack.
Because
Does this other guy count as an ally?
not at the moment he doesn't.
Okay, all right. I guess it's not then.
Yeah, I'm like 10 feet away from that guy.
Yeah, you're not. I thought
Yep.
you were closer in my mind. All right, here we go.
It's always
Ooh,
closer in
that's
your mind.
nice. So it's a 25 to hit
Yeah,
Or-
that'll hit. Nice. Jeez.
for 9 piercing.
9 piercing against this guy, okay? As you jab forward, lunge forward with your short sword,
Mhm.
and it just goes right through the armor that he has on, finds a spot, slips inside, goes right up to the hilt as he kind of falls towards you. And as you withdraw your sword, he just falls to the ground, dead.
I'm going to drop prone again. Try to hide from these arrows behind this guy's dead body.
Okay. Xanthe.
Can I see that guy in the bushes now?
Roll a perception check.
Okay.
Be a little bit lower DC because Dez I'd seen him in the woods.
10.
10 is good enough.
Okay. I from behind the log
I notice the guy moving in the bushes, and I stand up and I firebolt him.
Okay.
Yeah.
17.
That hits.
Nice.
For 9 damage. You hear another like she's screaming while she's fighting.
Yeah, he just burns and he falls out of the tree stand, hits the ground, and he doesn't move as flames just ignite and burn off of him. You seem to have taken him out of the game as well.
She'll pop back down under her stump.
All right. Let's see. This guy is out. I think I missed my turn actually. That's all right. This is the point where Lachlan and Norb, you guys come around the corner here, and you see a man kind of standing with this sort of these robes on, these white robes. He's bloodied, and you see this redheaded woman crouched behind a stump, and this hooded, dark cloaked figure. Hard to determine what you're seeing, but there you are as you are running forward. It is we'll go to the top of the order, and this is the turn that you guys will be active in. So Dez, it's your turn.
I'm gonna grab the bow, stand up, kind of move over this way, and I'm just gonna shout at these two coming up the road. Stop where you are! You trying to rob us? Stay back! And I guess I'll just hold my action until, I don't know, I perceive another attack on me, myself. On
So
my
if
person.
you perceive an attack, what's your action? What do you do? So there would need to be a trigger and then a reaction.
Well,
Hey, thanks, Ethan.
I guess, yeah, if
Appreciate
somebody
you.
attacks me, I would attack back with my bow. Like I have an arrow drawn.
Okay, that
So
sounds good.
I guess I'm kind of, I'm wary of more darts flying at me from every direction.
Yeah,
More bolts.
as you should be. Okay. At this point, then, with your held action, this wounded individual, it looks around. What the fuck? There's more of them! And he is going to run. And essentially disappear into the underbrush. There are, it appears, 2 individuals that are going to take shots at Dez. First one. And you're not prone right now, right? You're standing up. I think you're muted.
Yeah, I'm standing up.
Okay, so the first shot is a 15.
That hits.
Crossbow.
About to go down here.
2 piercing damage.
Oh, maybe not.
And the second shot at you is a 6. That's not going to
That
hit.
misses.
So you take another bolt in the back. So it's coming from behind you at this point. Lachlan, you see this hooded individual take a bolt in the back. You've seen violence maybe similar to this before. What do you do as you're power walking down the road?
When you
Dave, I
say
don't-
that he takes the bolt from his back, do you mean from the southeastern portion of the map, or do you mean from
Yes.
the northwestern portion
Yeah,
of the map?
it appears as though it came from the southeast.
All right. I will look over at Norb and go, stay close to me, my academic-minded friend. I'll protect you. And then,
Oh, thanks, man.
and then I will power walk as close to these poor people as I can.
Okay.
So it's what's so 1, 2. Do you do a diagonal movement, Dave, or
Yeah, that's fine.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5? So I will sort of go here and kind of try to cover this poor wounded man with my shield out. And as I come near him, I'll go. You seem into a bit of trouble, my friend. Will the Stormcrow help you? And I'll reach down and I will touch him and cast Cure Wounds because he seems to be in pretty dire straits.
So, Des, just out of curiosity, like as this dwarf is power walking his way over to you, and then like reaches out to touch you, saying something about the Stormcrow, what would you do?
Just quick aside, would that attack have triggered my held action by any chance?
Probably, but the problem
But
is
I
that you
wouldn't have
don't
known where
know.
it came from.
Yeah, you don't know where that
Right.
individual is.
So I'm not going to attack this guy because he doesn't look like he's going to hurt me. But I'm
He did
like,
say help you.
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
what are you doing? Get down. There's arrows everywhere.
I know, let's take care of these wounds first and then we'll take care of these miscreants. So we'll give you 9 points of heal.
Whoa. Thank you.
As I'll sort of crouch over you, covering you and me with my shield and
Nice.
lay my hand on your shoulder, and you'll feel like, oddly enough, you'll feel like this warm sensation spraying through you, but you'll smell like this smell of, like just before a storm, like the smell of ozone and kind of humidity that comes just before a storm, like that will sort of waft over, and you'll smell that as your wounds begin to close.
That was a total of 9, you said?
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Like that gravy.
Like that gravy.
All right, so that's your turn, Lachlan, as you race up and provide some much needed healing. Xanthe, it's your turn.
I am going to I've accepted quickly that these strangers are here to help us.
It was touch and go for a second there, but it kind of worked out.
It was actually kind of go and touch, actually.
Yeah. Power
And-
walk touch.
I'm gonna look for another archer in the woods.
Okay, roll a perception check.
Okay. 21.
Yeah, you now that you kind of have a search image from the first one that you saw up in a tree, you can see to the southeast that there is an individual in a tree reloading a crossbow.
And I will go there. And can I still attack?
Yeah, that was just like a quick glance. Yep. So you still have your
Then-
action.
I will reach out and firebolt him.
Okay.
15.
15 hits.
Oh, man. 10. Fire shoots out of my hand.
Holy
I've got the hang of
shit.
this.
10.
Yes.
Firebolt
How much
is the
damage I can
best.
do.
You
Yeah.
ignite this guy. He drops his crossbow, falls out of the tree stand. Probably takes a little damage. Let's see. Yup.
Taking
Takes
fall
some damage as he falls out. And he lies motionless on the ground as he burns in a heap.
I will then slowly
shit.
crouch back down behind my stump.
Wow. That was excellent. Norb.
Yes, this
All
is
right.
wide-eyed.
I'm just gonna run forward with Lachlan. And get to about there, and I'm gonna crouch down next to him and look around. Oh gosh, it's a real battle. This is really happening, eh? Oh gosh, I'm gonna hold my hand to the ground and mold the earth beneath us, and all the dirt's gonna roll up and make a mound right next to us to give us a little more cover and to lower everyone even further down into the ground.
Little foxhole.
Like kind of like a foxhole. It's not like, I mean, it's not a super deep foxhole, but it's just to bring us down a little bit further, give us a little more cover.
What spell is that?
Mold earth. It's a cantrip.
That's sweet. Something
I can
you
read. I can
picked up along
can
the
send it to you.
along your studies.
Oh yeah, you know.
Nice. All right, so you definitely like give yourselves a little bit of additional cover. What's the area that can affect?
It's a 5-foot cube.
So
Probably just one person.
yeah, it can just affect one person. So you feel pretty. Well, is it on you or?
I think I would put it. I mean, we have Lachlan, who's kind of over Dez, right?
Yeah, they're kind of like
Yeah.
Dez. I imagine Dez is kind of crouched down with his bow, and Lachlan races in and kind of touches him in a good touch kind of situation.
Then I'll just do it right at Xanthe's feet. She'll sink down into the ground.
Okay.
And all the dirt
Ah.
will move up right next to me. So I'll move like the 5 feet over. So it's like,
Yeah, I would say that you
where
probably
I put that little bit of dirt, where I put that little circle.
Okay, so from that
move it up
from
there.
that direction, we'll say that Xanthi has 3/4 cover. As a result, very nice. All right, so we're back at the top of the order as Norb and Lachlan come racing in to help. Dez, you've taken some hits, but you're feeling rejuvenated, I think.
Yeah, can I kind of peek up above this stump and see if I can make out any other bandits? in the
Roll.
What did you
woods?
call me?
Roll a perception check.
Can I peek up above the dwarf? Perception.
Sea dwarf.
Yeah.
The sea dwarf.
Get your shells out of the way. All right. Perception. Sorry. New character sheet. Sorry. Here we go.
New character sheet. Who dis?
Who did?
This. Oh, not too great. 9.
Misses.
So I don't see anybody. That was my perception check.
Oh, yeah, you don't see anybody. Sorry.
So I am going to crouch down behind this stump and take the hide action.
Okay.
And just say, "Get low! They're firing from everywhere."
All right, that brings us to the bad guys. A crossbow bolt comes flying out at Norb from the north. Ooh.
Oh gosh.
That's going to be a 22.
Oh yeah.
That's going to be 3 piercing damage as it hits you right in the chest.
Oh.
Professor.
And let's see, Dez
Mm-hmm.
from the south. But that's not a good roll, so that's only going to be a 10. Misses.
That misses.
That brings us to Lachlan. There are still snipers in the trees.
Can
One
I
to the-
toss a sorry, go
Yeah,
ahead.
give me a perception check. What's up, John? Great to see ya. Phoenix!
23.
23?
23, my man.
Jeez, you guys are first level and you're in the 20s already. This is good stuff. You
right.
see that there is what you can tell is that one of the bolts came from the north, directly north.
Okay.
One of them came almost directly south. You guys are sort of in the crossfire here. You also recall that you saw an individual running to the north in that direction. Someone who had been sitting with, or who had been with these two individuals that you're now responding to.
Okay, and the foliage and the trees to the south of us, is it fairly dense? Like, do I figure that if we
It's
kind of get
thick.
there, we're gonna get some cover?
It's thick. Yep.
All right, so I'm going to, looking over my shoulder at them, I'm gonna be like, they're shooting at us from both sides. We need to eliminate one of them, so we're going to move south into the brush. I'll cover us, and then I will cast fog cloud to protect us over on the north side.
Okay.
So fog cloud, a 20-foot radius sphere of fog centered on a point within range. Sphere spreads around course, blah, blah, blah. It lasts for duration or until I disperse it. And it heavily obscures where we are.
Something like that. Roughly, give or take a
Hold
few
on.
squares.
Yeah.
Yep.
And in fact, like I would probably move it over us so that we're in it right now, so that it kind of covers most of our trek into the woods kind of thing.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? So
think-
that, you
I
know,
think I
by the
feel
time
you,
we're
man.
out of the fog, we're kind of getting into the underbrush. And
Yep.
my question for you, Dave, is do I have to do my move and my action on the same, or can I, having now cast my spell, can I move? Can I hold my movement?
Yeah, you can move now. Yeah.
You can still move. You
I
can
I don't
you
want to
hold
move
your
now.
movement?
I wanted to wait till they had run and like sort of run after.
I don't think you can hold your movement. You can hold an action. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yep.
So I will, but I will stay here. But I will tell them, let's head south into the brush, get some cover from the north. Then we'll take care of the one that's down there. The fog cloud will cover us until there. So as I'm saying that, I'm sort of just gesticulating my hand, and from the ground and the moisture that's around us, this fog sort of rises around us, covering us. And again, that smell of, you know, when you're standing by the sea, that smell of the waves and that just sort of comes in and all that just sort of permeates all around us. And I will stay here, still covering with my shield, and I will wait until everyone has run to the underbrush to run myself.
Okay. Very nice. Brings us to Xanthe. The fog envelops your position.
Oh my God, Des, where are you? I'll
Just run.
Run, Sal.
I am going to like just grab onto Dez's coat, and I'm gonna hold my action because I don't know where I'm going.
Okay. So you just kind of grab onto his cloak, holding on tight, waiting for
Hold it,
any
hold-
movement.
Hold the dash action.
Well, because I can't see anything, and I don't know where I'm going, and I don't want to run off. So
Is that a way to hold movement?
Yeah, you can hold your action for sure. You can hold,
yeah,
and because
I'll
that.
run if he runs.
Okay. I like it. All right, so that brings us to Norb.
All right. Everyone's kind of crouched down right next to me. Everyone's waiting for each other to run. I'm going to, now that there's this mist here protecting me, I'm going to run the direction I think the arrow came from, which I believe was from my north. So I'm going to charge that person.
Okay. You're going to use your movement and a dash action to move into. You will once you are at the south end of that tree. It's going to be difficult terrain, so it'll cost you twice movement.
If I can see the tree as I'm approaching it, I'm assuming it's not that thick.
Once
Like,
you
once
hit
I'm
the tree,
against the
it'll
tree, I
once you
can pretty
hit the
much
tree,
move
it'll be
around it.
thick. Yep.
I'm gonna move over a little bit and get it kind of between these trees.
Okay.
Get
Sounds
to about
good.
there. Do I see the attacker?
Roll a perception check for me, please.
Uh, 15 on perception.
Okay, let me see. do not see anybody.
Okay, I am going to dash then further in.
Okay, you'll have half movement. So you can move 15.
To about there.
Okay. That
Hello?
brings us to Xanthe. Nope,
Oh,
that
wait.
brings us to Dez. Sorry, top of the order, Dez.
All right, let's move. And I'll grab Xanthe and start pulling her this direction. And well, I'm going to use my movement to.
And I'll use my movement, so you don't actually have to drag me. I'll
Yeah, 'cause
run when
you held your
run.
dash action.
You
I'd
moving
like to-
south instead of north?
Well, isn't that the way they wanted us to run?
No, they said run north.
Oh,
No,
okay.
no, I said
Right?
Nope,
south.
he said
Oh,
No,
south.
you
oh.
said south. Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah,
See, I
Byron's
don't
just
know where
off-
I'm going.
The
Byron's
barbarian's
just
just
off
off
doing
and
his
looking
own
for
thing
trouble.
again.
Yep.
All right.
You mean Norb?
So I'm gonna.
Norb.
Yeah, Norb.
Norb.
No, I meant Byron.
So if I can get behind this tree, that would be ideal. Can I get that far, Dave?
You can get, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
And then, since can I do a perception check to see if I
Sure.
can see anybody around me?
Yeah, 100%.
No, it's an 11.
You don't see anybody.
Okay, so I'm going to take. I'm going to hide the best I can behind this tree down over here.
Okay, are you taking the hide action?
Yes.
Roll a stealth check for me. That brings us to me. The bad guys.
26.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. You feel pretty well hidden. All right. Norb. As you're dashing into the woods, getting caught by the underbrush and pulling through it, maybe your cloak tearing a little bit. A crossbow bolt comes straight for you.
Oh, geez.
That's going to be a 19 to hit.
Well, that'll hit.
Yeah. That's going to be 7 piercing damage as you take it right in the chest.
Oh, gosh. That's 2 in a row.
Let's see. Looking for targets. Another individual is going to... Oh, shit. I just rolled a natural 20, so has the pick of the litter. That wasn't the attack roll, luckily. But cannot really see inside that cloud, but can see Dez and Xanthe. So this is going to be a shot at Dez. You will have 3/4 cover. So that gives you
All
a
right.
+5 to your AC.
Okay.
However, I rolled a 19.
That ties.
So
that
it
hits,
does
right?
hit.
Yep.
Oh, fuck. 9 piercing damage as you take one, like, right in the neck, like by the collarbone. And Xanthe, you watch as a gout of blood just... And Dez is like, oh! Kind of like staggers, puts his hand up against the tree to hold himself. That's a lot of damage for Dez.
That almost killed me.
Yeah.
All right.
That is Lachlan's turn. Lachlan, what are you doing?
Do I
Holy
know?
shit.
So the guy in the south, do I know approximately where he was?
Roll a perception check. You kind of look about. Everything's kind of happening, but you're also in the cloud.
Yeah, like I don't mind taking a couple steps. So as I'm heading south to go and meet up with them, I will do my perception test.
Okay, there we go.
As I break out there.
Yep. Go ahead.
Buff an 11.
11?
Yeah.
Nope. You don't see anybody to the south.
All right. Well, I will come into the underbrush, and again sort of try to cover Dez, sort of with my body and my shield, and go, yeah, you're a tough guy to keep up. Unfortunately, I don't have any more healing, so that's pretty much it for the healing. But
Shit.
you know, I had 2 spells, man. I got spared to
Level
dying, so
one.
when he died,
Level 1.
that's why I was hoping I could see one of these guys, because then I was going to hopefully smoke him. But yeah, so I'm just going to be trying to figure out where the guy is. So I'm going to look at like his wound kind of thing, and kind of try to figure out where he got shot from, and then kind of be on the lookout so that if someone moves again in that direction, I'll spot them.
So you're kind of doing like a crime scene investigation bit with like you're kind of getting the trajectory of the bolt and all that kind of stuff.
No, not even. I'm just trying to get like a general idea.
Sure. Roll an intelligence check for me. Just straight up intelligence D20 plus your bonus.
Why intelligence?
I don't know.
Well, 8. That's
Okay,
awesome.
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's better than 7.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else from Lachlan?
No, I'm just gonna try to cover him and
Yep.
try to spot some guys that I can.
I would say that you have a general sense that the bolt came from the south. So like you could potentially, like on your next turn, you could get in, but like put your, I don't know if you have a shield or what you have.
Yeah, I have a
but
shield.
Yeah, you could like kind of get your shield in there, but you are also benefiting from 3/4 cover. That was just a really good shot last time. Xanthi, you are there. Oh, actually, Lachlan, is there anything you want to do with the cloud?
I don't think I can move it.
You can't? Okay, so it's just going to kind of hang out there. Got it.
Yeah, no, but since we don't need it anymore, it's not really giving us cover. And if they're on the other side, they're going to be focusing on him. On Norb, I'm going to probably just let it dissipate. Since it's
Okay.
not giving us cover, really. And I figure it's not really useful anymore.
I would say it's probably still giving you some cover.
Okay, so then
If
leave it
anybody at the north wanted to shoot towards you, it would provide you with, fog cover.
there. So no, so leave it there then.
Yeah, I would leave it there. All right. Xanthi, you can see that Dez has a bolt like through his neck.
Oh god. Oh Des. I will rush over and I will take hold of the bolt and close my eyes and scream and pull it out, and as I do, I cast
Maybe snap the end off first before you.
I cast Cure Wounds.
Oh.
You heal 9 hit points as my eyes are closed and I'm screaming and I'm holding a bloody arrow.
This has been a real roller coaster for them. Let's just put it that way.
As it is. I'm almost dead. I'm back to full. I'm almost dead.
Yeah,
I'm back to full. First level.
Oh, first level.
Now I'm out of spells.
Okay, good to know. Norb. What's going on, Norb?
All right. Do I see anyone right now?
Roll a perception check for me.
Okay.
Oof. Roll high.
I got a 9.
See
Our
this?
perceptions are the worst.
Oh, jeez. Oh,
You guys better
gosh.
hire a ranger when you get to Hommlet.
Oh,
I've got a good perception, I just roll bad.
I know. We're just having bad rolls.
It's the
Okay.
dice.
I'm just gonna hold my hands up. I don't have anything in my hands, no weapons or anything. I'm gonna say, I think we got a misunderstanding here. I don't have anything. I mean, I have a little bit of gold, I guess. I'll give you whatever I got. Just please don't hurt me anymore. I'm I didn't sign up for this.
As a reaction, you hear, "Drop the gold and turn around and run."
I'll drop the gold. I think I only like 10 gold.
Only. That's all your gold in the world.
That's a fucking fortune.
It's a month's
Okay.
worth of food.
So Norb drops the gold, and do you move back? Do you back off?
Yeah, I'm gonna just gonna be like, oh, okay. I'm gonna just drop it on the ground, back up slowly.
Okay. That might have actually saved your life. We'll see.
You
All right.
disappear into the mist.
Yep. Yeah, go ahead and you can back up. You can probably get back into the fog if you wanted to go that far.
Yeah.
All right, Dez, you are feeling better again.
Okay. So there was a guy to our south, right?
Yeah, that's the guy that hit you hard.
Yeah, I would know the general direction that came from, right?
Yeah, I would say general direction.
Can I try to spot him?
Hell yeah, roll a perception check.
Here we go.
Oh, geez. I keep rolling really good on their stealth checks.
9.
Nope. You do not see him.
Oh, God.
Hey, guys. Come on. You know what? Actually, Bleak, I think you're right. I'm on the TPK bandwagon. Here we go.
Yeah. Well, these guys are all hidden. They're not.
I
showing
told you
themselves,
before,
so-
I have no idea how to balance an encounter, especially when the dice are unbalanced. What are you gonna do,
Um,
Dez? You don't see anybody.
I'm going to assume that this is busted. My hiding spot is busted, so I'm going to take the hide action
Okay.
after moving here.
Roll a
I'm going to try
stealth
to
check.
hide here.
Bandwagon.
22.
Whew, nice. Yeah, you feel well hidden. You found a good spot.
At least you're stealthing.
Yep. And that brings us to me. From the north, there's no shot. Norb. From the south, there is a shot. Lachlan, you do have the benefit of 3/4 cover, so I believe that's +5 to your AC.
Awesome.
But this individual sees you. You haven't really hidden. You're just kind of behind cover. So he's going to take a shot with a crossbow and miss with a 2 on
I
the
would hope
die. That brings us to you, Lachlan.
All right. So do I see him now that he's taking a shot at
Roll
me?
a perception check.
Oh God.
His stealth is at disadvantage this time because he just took a shot at you.
17.
Yep, you see him. He is the big reveal, folks. The big reveal.
That son of a bitch. There
He's
he
up
is.
in a tree stand 10 feet up.
All right. Well, he's going to suck my sacred flame.
Oh,
He has to
Yes.
make a dexterity saving throw.
dex save.
He gets no benefit from cover for this saving throw.
Yep, he fails. I rolled a 2 on the die.
And he sucks on, 3 points of fire.
He howls
And then-
out, and Dez, you can now kind of pinpoint maybe where he is, and you'll have an easier chance of seeing him next time.
Well, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to go to the bottom of the tree where he is.
So just so you know, that's difficult terrain coming through there.
Yeah, 1. So hold on.
So you can move.
So it's here.
3
So 1,
3 squares, I think.
2, 3. All right. So I'll go there.
Yep. He's about 10 feet up.
Yeah, and I'll say he's in this tree. As I'm rushing towards the tree.
Okay.
And yeah, that's it.
Xanthi.
Seeing him shoot into the tree and then rush towards the tree and then shout, "He's in this tree," I will
I will assume he's a
follow
cold
that,
blooded.
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
and I will take a shot, with my firebolt.
Okay.
There's a lot of tree
Uh,
branches,
Yeah, given his cover, that does not hit.
and then I will try to hide behind the tree, based on his angle to get the best coverage.
Okay. All right, that brings us to Norb. Norb, you're in the fog.
Oh gosh. Oh geez. Oh no. Gosh.
There's a lot of screaming and like bolts
Yeah.
happening to the south
And
of you.
People dying in flames, gouts of flame. It's good
Oof.
stuff. Good stuff to the
You know,
south.
I'm gonna go ahead and dash, go a little further.
Okay.
All right. I think that is all my movement. I'm gonna
Right.
look over and find Xanthe. Oh gosh. Oh jeez. Oh. What's going on over here? Oh man.
She just points
What are you guys
up
doing?
at that tree.
Oh. Oh gosh, they just took all my gold over there.
Des?
Well-
I think they just want money.
You're still alive, aren't you?
Yeah. I think they just want money.
Des, roll a perception check.
Okay. Perception. Son of a bitch.
What do you got for me?
8.
Nope.
A lot of tree branches.
I cannot roll over a 10 for
I
perception.
I
It's
rolled
crazy.
with disadvantage even, and I still beat you. You look about and you can see Lachlan running through the trees and like he's in that tree, and you look up, you're like, I don't fucking see the guy. But you could move.
Oh, it's my turn now?
Yeah.
Um, you know what? I feel kind of secure in my hiding spot, so I'm going to just stay here and I don't know what would be better, hiding or dodging.
You know what we forgot to bring in this party? Someone with ranged attack.
Well,
I got
have a ranged
120
attack,
feet.
I just can't see the guy.
Yeah. All right, yeah,
I
you want to
just
hide? Hide or
Yeah, I'm
dodge?
gonna hi-
I would
I'm gonna-
dodge would give them disadvantage on their next attack if they choose to attack you. I would definitely take the dodge
I'll take the
action.
dodge action.
Yeah. Yeah, especially with the way you've been a pin cushion throughout
I
this
just
whole
keep
encounter.
failing my perception rolls, so I can't attack.
It's not easy, man. It's not easy. All right, that brings us to me. This guy sees Lachlan racing in, and he is going to. Let's see, has he taken some? Yeah, he has taken some damage. All right, hold on a sec. Okay, he is going to. Lachlan, you watch as this guy jumps down from the stand that he's in, the tree stand, hits the ground, and he is going to use his action to run away.
Oh, damn it. I wanted him to attack me so bad. I was just waiting for him to attack.
He runs.
Damn it.
He can see that his friends are dead. He's gonna run. And he begins to disappear into the undergrowth. You can kind of see him racing away.
And don't let me find you hanging back around here, you scallywag.
It is your turn. Do you want to chase him down? What do you want to do?
Do I get the feeling that he's tactically moving to attack us, or he's just fucking booking?
He
Want me to do an insight?
Sure.
Oh, I'm crying out loud. 9. I
Level
got plus
1.
5. I got plus 5, and I rolled fucking 9.
And you got a 9. Okay, well, hard to say, but you do get the sense that like if you and this group has killed a couple of the assailants, a couple of the highwaymen,
Yeah.
that this individual's probably retreating. He looked a little freaked out when you approached the tree and called out his position.
All right. So instead of pursuing him, because that's not what I do, I'm going to, start backing up towards these guys. And I'll say, I suggest we move further along the road, but staying under the cover until we're sure that they're gone. And I'll sort of start moving, kind of start leading people over this way kind of thing.
We'll say that for all intents and purposes, the fog cloud dissipates and you are out of initiative.
Okay.
Some of the folks that you have encountered as you gather yourselves back onto the roadway, you can see that there is a hooded individual, sort of a dark, shadowy complexion, who has taken a bunch of licks. His neck is bloody, and I'm talking about you, Des. You have holes in your cloak. You've got blood smeared across your chest. I don't know how many of the rest of you have taken damage. I know Norb took a couple of shots, but it doesn't look great for these people, Lachlan, as you all kind of reconvene now out by that stump.
I don't think we should tarry here very long, but let's take a look at those wounds first.
I'm
Oh,
feeling
I
pretty
think
good
you're
now.
dead.
Hmm?
I don't know what you guys did to me, but I'm all right.
I'm gonna move over to this guy that's dead in the fog. Well, where the fog was. I'm gonna crouch down next to him. Oh man, he looks dead.
How are you holding up, Professor?
Oh, I kind of got the wind knocked out of me, man. I feel pretty bad. Kind of, and I'm broke now. Oh, jeez. Gosh.
What do you broke?
I'm gonna
What do
search
you
this
mean?
guy's pockets, see if he's got any money.
Zan,
Des!
where are you?
Oh, I'm right here. Oh my gosh, I thought, I pulled that thing out of your neck, and
I
I thought it
know.
was going really bad, but then I didn't see what happened.
That hurt really bad, but then it felt really good.
Okay.
It hurts so
Good.
good.
Like so many other things.
She's still holding like this bloody arrow.
I almost died like 3 times.
Norb, roll an investigation check.
Were you setting people on fire? Is that what I saw?
I got really scared.
Well, you're right now.
It was all right. It wasn't too bad. It really helped.
Young lady, you okay?
Well, I got shot, but they pulled it out. So, it wasn't very deep. Not like with Des. That was through his neck.
I saw that. That was quite the feat
I
you
still-
managed.
I still feel it in a weird way.
But if everyone's feeling strong enough to move, we should probably head on down. If we stay here, they're bound to come back with some friends.
I got a 24 on that investigation. I don't know if that went through. It
Oh.
froze for a second.
Yeah. So this individual that you search has a hand axe, a small buckler shield. There are no coins or other valuables. But as you search through there, because you rolled so high, you find what appears to be a rock that is
Huh.
sewn into the hem of the cloak.
Oh yeah, I gotta grab that. I'm also gonna grab the hand axe. I'm gonna grab both those things. And I'm gonna look at this individual. Can you tell me anything else about them?
They're wearing, it's strange. They have dark face paint on, kind of a green and black and brown paint. They have these brown cloaks that are adorned with leaf litter and twigs. Almost think like ghillie suit kind of vibe of what they're wearing. But that's about it. There's nothing else that really distinguishes this individual that you're searching.
They're
Or
dwarves,
any of the
is that right?
individuals. No, they're human.
Oh, they're human.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'll take that rock and the hand axe. I'll stuff the hand axe into my bag, and I'll look at the rock. Does the rock have any markings or anything on it?
Yeah, so you'd have to like cut through the hem of the cloak to pull out
Yeah.
the yep, you do that. Oh, hey, thanks for the follow, Coral Trickster. Appreciate you. That's a great handle too, by the way. Yeah, so you cut through the hem and you find a stone, as I mentioned. It's sort of a smoothed out river stone that looks a little bit like this. It has an eye scratched on it with what appears to be like a tear, almost like
Oh.
dropping out of the corner of the eye.
Oh, shoot. You know, I will, I'll inspect it, and then I'll take out my notebook and I'll write a note about it. Maybe draw kind of do a quick sketch of it and stuff it back into my bag, and I'll kind of do a brief description of the guy and their fighting tactics. And I'll look over at Lachlan and I'll say, classic ambush. Perfectly executed.
Well, it's a good thing we cleared it out, because those poor people are trying to get out of here with all their stuff on their back. They wouldn't
Right.
last too long with these jackals.
Yep.
Xanthe is going to walk over to that guy that she flamed and he fell out of the tree and died.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just gonna like look at him for a moment. And you just see her get kind of sad. But like she goes over and she does like check his pockets to see if he has anything on him.
He has a light crossbow
Okay.
with 4 bolts remaining. They shot a lot of bolts at you guys.
Oh, yeah.
He also has a short sword in his belt. Roll a investigation check for me.
Okay.
Short sword.
Schwarzwad.
8.
There's no coin or anything else of interest that you find. This individual also has face paint and twigs and leaves and dirt kind of like blended into their cloak to give them maximum stealthiness.
She will just like lean over and like close his eyes. And then she'll bring the crossbow and the short sword with her.
Okay, so go ahead and add those to your inventory. The rest of you, you gather up the things that you have that you brought with you, maybe gathering some things from the bodies perhaps. Do you leave the bodies laying where they are? Do you do anything with them?
No.
I don't think we should stay here. Dangerous.
Is anyone from the area? Do you know if there's a local sheriff we
get
should
going.
report these to?
I'm not from here.
I don't recognize him. Are they wearing
Yeah.
any? Are they wearing anything that would, that would be recognizable? I guess, like any kind of
Nope.
emblems or.
Only what I've told you. Brown cloaks, face paint, and debris stuffed in their cloak and their clothing to make them more stealthy.
They're
Well-
a bunch of bandits.
Yeah.
We should leave before the rest of them show up.
Let's just move the bodies off the road. So we'll
Yeah.
pile up the bodies like over to the side.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think we should burn them too, because
This one's
we don't
over.
want
This one over here is still sizzling. Oh
we
my
don't want to
gosh.
bring any varmints to the road. Like it'll bring some scavengers. It could threaten people leaving town.
All right.
Varmints.
I could try to.
We should run. We should get out of
We
here.
need to get out of here. I mean, there were more.
I almost
of
died
those-
3 times.
Let's leave him on the side of the road for now. We'll try to find
right.
a town, and then once we do, we'll have someone come back and take care of it, or if needs be, we'll come back with a wagon to haul the bodies or a shovel to bury them. As we pile them on the side of the road, like kind of out of the way, I will look up into the sky and just tell the storm crow that his birds can feed tonight.
Fair enough.
Do you say that out loud?
Kind of under my breath a little bit.
Okay.
So I kind of look up at the sky and just.
Norb, do you go back to your coin that you dropped on the ground?
I'm not gonna go back to it just because but I am gonna be standing near Lachlan, and when it looks like we're starting to walk, I'm just gonna look back and just kind of mold earth and just bury all the bodies.
Sure, absolutely. You can do that. Create like a little mound.
Yeah, just move dirt onto them over and over again until they're.
The four of you
Thank
take
you.
you. Four of you
Varmints
leave the space and continue on down the road. Along the way, you pass a couple of travelers that you warn probably of bandits and be careful and all that kind of stuff, giving them a heads up as you do now, kind of taking some level of responsibility for what might happen along the way. You know that for a fact after talking amongst yourselves that there's at least one, if not 2 individuals from that bandit party that got away. You're not quite sure. It's still ambiguous of what that individual was who was on the road initially, but you do indeed make your way to a camp area on the side of the road as the night falls, and you set up camp. Now, where there were 2 of you in each party, you now have come together as 4. And as we close out tonight's session, there is an opportunity for you all to have conversation, to communicate with each other about maybe who you are, to ask questions about where you came from and how this all happened that you would stumble across each other. And we will address all of that great stuff next time we jump back into another episode of the Heroes of Greyhawk. You guys, we
Are we
did
heroes
it.
yet?
Well, I would say you're well on your way. You're well on your way.
We
Think of the
survived.
lives.
Just a couple of you are.
Think of the lives that you may have saved.
Think of the
Think about
roles
it.
that we may have failed.
There were some failed rolls. There's no question
Yes,
about it.
failed roles. That's
Yeah,
bad.
Andy, you are muted. I can see your mouth moving, but I cannot hear your mouth noise.
That's only happened 4 times tonight.
Yep.
You definitely saved Dez's life a couple times tonight. So
Yeah, that was close. Hey, everybody who's been hanging out in the chat, thank you so much for chilling with us as we, work our way through this, the beginnings of a new adventure, this session 0, getting to know you, getting to know a little bit about you and the characters here as we've gotten a little bit of insight. We've figured out some motivations. We are on the road to Hommlet, where when we pick up next time, we will arrive in the famous city of Hommlet. Very excited to be back in Greyhawk with my friends. Let's go around the table really quick, and each of you, please tell us, remind people who you are, where they can find you on the internet, and all that good stuff. Let's start with Andy.
hey, what's up, everybody? You can find me here on Twitch. Right now, it's Andy G3D. I will be playing here every week on Tuesday evenings as Dez. in our Heroes of Greyhawk, and you never know, I may jump into some other games as well.
Hell yeah. So glad you're back, my friend. And I'm excited to see you this weekend for GuildCon. Let's jump over to Kirk.
Oh,
Kai
yeah.
Whimsy.
Hey, hey, hey. It's me. I'm Kai Whimsy / Kirk / Byron / Norb / I have a lot of names. You can find me on our Discord or here on Twitch on Tuesdays. If you're looking, I mean, if you're trying to find me on Discord, though, my name is something badass. You're gonna have to figure it out yourself. It's kind of a secret.
Hmm.
Kind
There we
of.
go. Kind of a secret. So secretive. Let's jump over to Ashley.
Hey everybody, I'm Ashley, Minnesota Muse 99 on Twitter, and you can find me on next Monday on this channel at 7 p.m. For the Castle of Mirrors finale. So that was like a 4-parter, and then Tuesdays here for Heroes of Greyhawk, and then Thursdays on Rainbows and Razor Blades for At the Threshold. And that is at 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. And in October, I will be DMing for the first time live a Oops All Kobolds game for our Monday Mayhem.
I'm so excited for that. You're busy. And you're
I
gonna
used
be in town for GuildCon this weekend.
Yeah, right. So there's no At the Threshold
Party!
this week because almost
we're partying.
everybody is going to be in Duluth for
Yep.
GuildCon.
We're gonna have some fun. So excited. Maybe this will be a thing that we do. Who knows? We'll figure that out. But we're gonna have a good time this weekend. You guys all know me. I'm Dave, DM Dave. I play games and produce games and run games here on Guild Superior. Really happy to be able to have the privilege to play games with my friends. And I'm so glad that we are embarking upon a new story here with the Heroes of Greyhawk. Glad that everybody hung out with us in the chat and allowed us to be goofy and fumble and around and have get kind of stretch out our new characters. So thank you so much for hanging out with us. We really do appreciate it. We've got a bunch of new stuff going on. I'm gonna put this. I've got this thing here. What's it called? It's called a chat command. New stuff. Let me tell you all about it. We've got on Sundays, Blade Runner. On Mondays, Monday Night Mayhem. On Tuesdays, Heroes of Greyhawk. And on Fridays, starting next week, we've got the Shade Song Saga. So we really appreciate you guys hanging out with us. If you want to follow the channel, you'll get notified when we go live. And we're just really happy that y'all hung out with us and spent some time with us tonight. So without further ado, we are going to go ahead and raid. Let's see. We're going to go ahead and raid Dork Tales tonight. We haven't raided Dork Tales for a while. They're having some fun playing some Victorian age TTRPGs. So thank you all for being here. Please, when you get over to Dork Tales, tell them that Guild Superior sent you. And I guess we'll hook up with y'all on the next go round. Thanks for being here. We love you all. Let's raid.